that coffee down.
This would be something we should talk about. And I think both of us at about the same time, and I think we sort of spoke about this one time at my place and we sort of put it out as like a YouTube video, link to that. We spoke about how we had made the conscious decision of, okay, like our own social media profiles were going to be the front of our businesses.
Yeah.
And that requires like a change in the way that you would act. And sometimes since then, I get kind of not jealous, but definitely not jealous. That's not the right word. But I'm shocked by the way that some people interact online, and I think, do you not care for your personal brand, sir? and then I realize, like, oh no, they don't, right? Because if you got a job somewhere and you're getting paid a salary, and they don't care about what you do online, like I see a lot of people just getting up to madness online, and it shocks me.
Yeah, what's even more shocking is the people who do rely on their personal brand, but they still just YOLO it.
Yeah. So,
which I do kind of respect.
Like to a point. But I think what sort of triggered this, and I won't even bother saying the post, and certainly not the guy's username, because I don't want to sort of add any traction to it. And it's irrelevant. Like, I don't give a shit about the guy, and I'm sure you care even less than me. But on a post, it was on Instagram, someone commented moobs on you, as in,
what does that even mean?
Man boobs. I know. So I was like, oh, I thought maybe it like might be a friend of yours, like, because, you know, it'd be like a funny sort of thing to say, because people do that to me all the time, because I do indeed have man boobs, right? So
I have a powerful chest chat.
But so the guy is a personal trainer, right? And is advertising on his Instagram, like, hey, come be a person, like, learn from me. I know everything.
Maybe he's one of those guys that yells at you until you feel bad about yourself. And then from there you get better.
So then his link in his bio is to another Instagram page where he's claiming to be the squat king of something or other. And the link in that bio is to a church project where he's like claiming to be like super nice guy, Christian dude, right? And so I looked at it and I was just like, oh, dude, this doesn't add up. Like you're claiming to be one thing and you're acting in another way.
Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting pitfall that I wanted to discuss with you, in that you have, you made the conscious decision that within this, conglomerate of companies and everything that's going forward, there was a day where you were like, oh, I am now accountable to all of this, and my online activity has to reflect that.
I think I could probably find the exact day, because I'd be able to go back into our group chats when I said, hey boys, just so you know, personal Facebook's going full business. Feel free to unfriend.
Yeah.
Unfriend, unfollow.
I remember thinking, oh, this is going to be interesting. What's happening here? Yeah.
And I think like I actually had another experience, and it was very similar, which is kind of like which is kind of wild, where it was a guy who ran a men's well-being Facebook group, right? And he commented on one of my ads going, not this cringy fuckbag again, or something like that, right? Like I was like, oh, this is an interesting comment. Let me click this guy. And then it went through, to a Facebook group, which was like men supporting men, right? So what I did is I joined the Facebook group, and then I screenshotted the ad, and I was like, and then it was like I went through, and then I posted, and I was like, I'm joining this group because I'm being bullied online. When you got a couple of extra minutes on the toilet, you can really do some damage if you understand how the internet works.
Yeah.
So it was quite fun. I got booted out almost immediately, obviously.
Of course.
Because people don't like being held accountable for their actions. But I just thought it was really interesting. But yeah, so I made an active decision, because I was like, well, personal brands are just way easier to grow. Like it's hard to grow Coca-Cola. Like, they put cocaine in it. That helped.
I'm sure that's how they got it going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
that initial seed funding.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just people attach to humans way easier. Yeah. But then it's like, now you're a brand, and now you're like responsible and accountable. Like your actions and your words are now a reflection of a large group of people, And separating that out is really difficult. You look at like Gary Vee. Most people couldn't name what his marketing company is called. No. It's VaynerMedia. Yeah. Right? But Gary Vee has like 20 times the following. Yeah. But all that is designed to do is funnel people into VaynerMedia. That's really all it is. And they provide branding and marketing services, right? But and so Gary Vee, like his messaging is always very similar, and he, stays within although he talks a lot, he stays within a pretty targeted niche of things that he talks about. And I think that's like that's the hard part. It's like, what do you talk about? What do you not talk about? If you're really passionate about something like politically or some sort of like do you then risk, all of that so you can say your piece because you do have a platform? So it's like now you have a platform because you've grown this personal brand, but you really can't do anything of meaning with it outside of growing your business.
Put that coffee down.
New episodes released every week on your favorite podcast app, or you can watch them on YouTube.